Phantom Hill was established on November 14, 1851 by the United States Army's 5th Infantry under command of Lieutenant Colonel John Joseph Abercrombie as a resource for westward expansion and military security of territory. Fort Phantom Hill is located in modern-day Jones County and is a part of the 650-mile-long Texas Forts Trail, a highway that runs through 8 historical forts in Texas. It was a stop on the historic Butterfield Overland stage route that ran from St. Louis to San Francisco and through the middle of Forts Trail. Fort Phantom Hill was originally intended to be the county seat of Jones County. However, previously planned railroad construction ultimately ended up bypassing the fort. In 1852, 284 men were assigned to the fort. Several Army officers moved to the fort and were in charge of guarding against Comanches. However, the Native Americans were the least of their problems. Many soldiers brought their families with them, and they lived in canvas tents for the first months. Then they built more permanent housing, but lack of materials meant that the pole hut structures they were able to build were not very effective in keeping out insects and vermin. The grass roof structures were also fire hazards and were not reliable protection from harsh weather. Heat in the summer was unbearable, and high winds, hailstorms, tornadoes, and icy conditions in the other seasons threatened life year-round. It hardly rained, and there was seldom enough food for everyone. Life was hard at the fort, and many family members died. In November 1853, the military abandoned the fort due to lack of a sustainable water source in the area, harsh conditions, and Native American conflict. The fort was burned by Commander Gibbons upon leaving. Though it was damaged, it remained a resting and meeting point for the Butterfield stage. Some people claim to have seen apparitions around Fort Phantom's lake area, but the eerie name comes from the fact that when someone travels to the other side of the hill, the land is flat and doesn't appear to be a hill at all. Therefore, it seems to be a phantom hill. Today, Fort Phantom is a main attraction on the Texas Forts Trail. Visitors enjoy the ruins and have hosted reenactments at the site. The fort ruins show what construction, life, and survival was like in the 1800s, and it provides a glimpse of true West Texas wilderness and beauty. Today the fort is on private land, but the owner has made it open to the public. History and nature lovers are welcome. This year marks the 150th anniversary of the fort's founding, and a new rest area has been built for visitors.